What's the point of learning to code if AI can do it faster than you, regardless of if you're just getting started or are already a seasoned software engineer? It can feel like the rug is being pulled out from under you. Suddenly, it's not just about learning Python or JavaScript. Now you gotta compete with tools that can build apps in hours, write entire functions from a prompt, and debug code better than most junior engineers. There is no doubt that AI is absolutely changing how software gets written. But the part that most fail to understand is that it's also changing what software engineers actually do. If you want to understand that shift, learning to code is not just still relevant, it might be actually more valuable now than ever before. So in this video, I'll show you what's really changing with 4 real examples and break down 3 new roles that software developers need to be ready for in this AI world. By the way, my name is Sam and I help people launch and grow their tech career in the world of AI. So where is this fear coming from and how do we move past this fear? Honestly, the fear comes from the feeling that what used to make you valuable and being able to command hefty salaries is suddenly not enough. I want to start with 4 examples. First, the world you're stepping into as a developer doesn't look like it did even 2 years ago. The meaning of knowing how to code is shifting right and left. If you have experienced this shift yourself or are impacted by this change, please drop a comment below. I would love to hear your inputs. A few years ago, learning to code meant building everything by yourself, line by line. Now, tools like upcoming GPT-5 will scaffold an entire backend. Even open source models running locally can code better and faster than most new developers. I get it that AI makes it easier to build, but also easier to build the wrong thing. Example number 2, Cursor or Claude Code can autocomplete most of it before you even finish typing. But here is your new problem. AI doesn't understand your intent, it just guesses what's more likely to happen. Some even call it glorified autocomplete. Your new skill now isn't remembering the right keywords, it's knowing what you want and how to express it clearly enough for AI to follow. Third, before you used to rely on Stack Overflow or your personal knowledge. Now, Cursor is suggesting functions as you type. And lastly, it's not just about whether the code runs anymore. AI-generated code can look super clean, but still introduce bugs, bias, or security issues. The question now isn't just, does this work? The real question is, can I trust what this code is doing? And will it hold up in the real world? If this is helping you out, hit like and subscribe. It tells me to make more videos like this. And if you got a question or a different take, drop it in the comments. I'm always curious to see what you think. So what is the answer to the question? Is coding dead? No, the coding isn't dead because coding has been promoted. What I mean is that it's no longer an elite technical skill. It has become an elementary skill right alongside mathematics, science, and writing. Just like you learn these in elementary school, you need to still learn coding. But the catch is you don't learn it just to write for loops or if-then-else statements. You learn it so you can direct AI to code logic in your ways. The consequence of this shift is your traditional role will now evolve around 3 new functions. So let's go through them one by one. First, innovators come up with novel ways to solve problems. Yes, innovators will still use AI, but to solve problems that weren't solvable before, one person might build a daily planner that adapts to your mood using biometric signals, and an LLM that restructures your calendar dynamically. Someone might redesign the hiring process using short video resumes and an AI model that evaluates based on the response, tone, and speech patterns. These aren't incremental features, these are new approaches. If that is you, start by writing down 10 things in your daily life that feel broken or clunky. Choose one and build a rough prototype. The goal isn't to be polished, but just to see if the idea works better than what already exists. And hey, if this all feels a bit overwhelming, I get it. I've been right there where you are. That's why I put together a free guide and worksheet to help you figure out the best role for you to prep without wasting weeks on stuff you don't need. Grab it from the link in the description. It's totally free, and honestly, it will save you a ton of time. Next, the architect builder. It's the closest role to traditional software engineering, but the difference is now AI does most of the typing. This role is still about building applications, but instead of coding everything from scratch, the architect builder assembles system using AI assistants that generate much of the code on demand. You still design the architecture, but the actual implementation, the functions, the UI scaffolding, the integration logic is often written by an AI, not by hand. Someone in this role might spin up a language tutor using GPT-4 for conversation, 11 labs for voice, and a basic browser UI, all built by an agent in a weekend. Another might create an internal assistant that routes customer feedback from Slack into a vector database using LangChain. They are delivering results by combining what already exists and letting AI handle the heavy lifting. If this sounds like you, pick two tools that you already use, maybe OpenAI and Notion, and sketch out something useful you would love to bring to existence. Then use agent frameworks to build a messy but working version in a day. And last but not the least, the guardian. As AI takes over more of the building, someone has to make sure what it produces is accurate, safe, and trustworthy. The guardian is not a separate person or a team. It's going to be you who will occasionally assume the role of a guardian. The guardian might review cursor-generated PRs for subtle bugs or oversights. Another might stress test an AI assistant using edge case prompts that expose its blind spots. If you want to assume the role of a guardian, take one AI output a day, let's say a chatbot reply, a block of code, a product description, and try to break it. Keep track of what fails and why. Learn to explain those failures clearly, not just catch them. So let's go back to our question. Is it still worth learning to code? You don't need to learn code to become a faster typist. You learn it so you can reason clearly, design systems with confidence, and take responsibility for what software does. In other words, you can comfortably assume any of the role on a given day: innovator, architect builder, or guardian. But we still have an open question. If coding is something that you must learn, so what about the AI engineers that are getting paid in millions? Yes, that is the bonus of AI. AI engineer is a relatively new role that is being created as a result of AI. If you are curious about learning or even becoming an AI engineer, there is a two-part series on this topic. Watch the first part here with the link below. See you in that video.